it's Adele here. I'm here with my weekly video sharing with you guys what I've been up to, what books I've been reading this week, what I've come across just in the, generally to do with personal development because that's my passion. So this week I have quite a few things to share. First of all, I've got back into yoga properly. While I was on holiday this year in August, I did give myself a break from everything, and that even meant I gave myself a break from doing my morning routine with my yoga. I did a few sessions while I was there. I didn't sort of ignore it completely, but I didn't do it sort of religiously every single morning. Anyway, once you've had a break from it like that, it is a little bit harder to get back into. So I hadn't quite properly got into to the proper routine of doing it every morning, and I had also started to take a couple of days out and do a walk instead of my yoga. But I don't know, a few things this week I'd heard different things, different people talking about yoga. One of which was Deepak Chopra, and he was talking about the benefits of yoga and how he never misses a day, and that is exactly how I was until I went on my holiday this year. I was literally doing it every single morning, and I did see the benefits. So that's what I've done. I've gone back to yoga every single morning, even if it's just 20 minutes. It makes such a difference, and I love what my yoga teacher says. My yoga teacher's named Adrian. She's on YouTube, and she's so brilliant, and it's just so easy just to choose a YouTube video every morning. But she says just every session she'll say just give the thinking mind a break, and I love that. Yoga is you're focusing on yourself, you're focusing on the moves, on the breath, and it just gives your thinking mind a break. And anything that gives your thinking mind a break is going to have really good results. So yes, loving my yoga. Once now I've got back into the swing of it, I can't believe or understand why I stopped doing it, because I had been doing it for about 4 years now, every single morning. I think one of the reasons I stopped was because I had a issue with my shoulder. So I found that sometimes some of the yoga moves were irritating it, but I've sorted that out now with some physio. So so I'm back on my daily yoga, which is making me feel really, really good. Book-wise, what am I reading? So 2 books on the go this week. First one is called Rich Woman, and this is by Kyosaki, and she is the wife of Robert Kyosaki, who wrote all the Rich Dad books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You may have heard of him. But this book is brilliant. It's all about the subject of investing and creating a life that's where you're financially independent and you're living off the income that your assets provide. So it's a really, really good book. I've been interested in property over the years anyway, and so she talks about not only property but stocks and shares and things like that. But I think I've got sort of about a third of the way through this so far. It's a book I've had for years on my bookshelf. Again, another book that I've come back to and picked up again, but I'm really enjoying it. Not only is the sort of advice on becoming financially independent, but just general advice, general good advice on how to live a great life. So I'm really loving that one at the moment. The other book that I've just picked up is called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. You may have heard of this one by Susan Jeffers. Again, I had this years ago. This is a new one though, because I'd somehow misplaced it. I think I'd lent it to someone and never got it back. So this is one I bought a few months ago, and it's just been sitting there because I hadn't got round to reading it. But again, something prompted me to pick this up. It's always the case. Something prompts me to pick it up. I saw somebody else mention this on one of the platforms. I think it was Twitter recently. So I thought, I'll go and make a start on that. So I've read just a little bit of this so far. But again, it's all about the messages that we tell ourselves. When people have fear, Susan Jeffers explains that it's not a psychological problem most of the time. It's an education problem. So she talks about telling yourself a different story and changing the words that you use. And I'm just getting into this because she's just started to talk about real life examples, and I love that in a book. I love it when there's real life examples. So I think this is like a up-to-date edition. So there is these extra little stories at the end of each chapter, which I'm really looking forward to reading. So loving that one. What else have I been up to? Oh yes, I've been attending some workshops. These workshops have been on at the perfect time of day, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's my time when I, just treat myself to, some either a course or just working on a couple of the little side projects that I've got going on. So that really is a great time for me. So when I see a workshop that's happening at that time, and quite a lot of them do, because if they're sort of worldwide, they always seem to choose that time, because 4 o'clock UK time fits in with other times in other parts of the world, so it always seems to be a good time. So yes, I just make myself my lovely cup of coffee, have a snack, and I go and sit at my desk and watch the workshops. So I've really enjoyed them. They're all about mindset. It's Carrie Green, who I'm a part of her members club anyway, and I just absolutely love Carrie Green. She really inspires me. So yes, I've found that by attending, I've done 2 so far. There's another one today. The last one is today. And I just get into the zone, and it makes me really productive after. So the workshop's for an hour, and then the hour after that, from 5 till 6, I get so much done. I tick things off my list that I've been wanting to do for ages. So I'm really finding that really, really great. And she's doing a trial at the moment. If you want to join the membership experience for 3 days, you can have like a free trial of it. So if anybody wants to know more about that, just let me know, or just look up the members. I think it's the Female Entrepreneur Association that you'd have to Google to find out about that. But it's really, really good. I love being a member. And then the last thing I want to share with you is a quote. And this is a quote that again, I've had it written down in my journal for a long time, but it just sort of stood out to me again the other day. And it's, if you want to turn your life around, try thankfulness. It'll change your life mightily. And that's a quote by Gerald Good. So I love that one, and I totally believe in it. I totally believe that being grateful and being thankful for what we have improves our life massively. So yeah, absolutely love it. So that's what I've been up to. I hope you've had a good week too. If you want to share anything with me or ask any questions, please comment below the video, and I'll be back next week. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and then you won't miss any of the videos. See you next week. Bye for now.